4. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First carry for Raquel Armstead. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, Armstead takes to midfield, but no further, just a yard there. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Aguilar has it. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Going with Armstead, a first down carry. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Bridgewater to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the gun, they go with Armstead. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Blue there. 56 to Mike, 56 is to Mike. Whoa, it's outside, guys, it's outside. Mike, 56, Mike.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Got a man, it's complete, Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 13-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's...
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now the try here for the point after.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7, Seahawks 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right, 52, right. 52. Defense wins championships, baby. Go, go. Go. Check 52. Check 52.
That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Mike 52, Mike 52.
Looking to throw. Love. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Ricky.
Off the play fake. Love. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
And the Bengals first down.
56. Let's go, team.
A run here with Armstead. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 41, Bridgewater. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready?
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater going for the deep ball. He's got him in, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kenny Stills, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And I think I saw that right. You tell me if I'm wrong. That was just a fly route, just to go. He went.
Sometimes speed, just pure speed, is going to win. I don't care how athletic you are on the other side of the ball. When a guy's that fast and he can just take off, if the quarterback has time to throw the ball and release it when he wants to, that's the end result. Nothing you could do about that. He was just a better athlete on that play.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit, right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
On 2nd down now, Sapp, and an alley to run. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 85 yards as they are now on the board here in the first half. Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
It takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Armstead. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that...
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. To throw, Bridgewater. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Will Harris. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Well, this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. Beginning the drive here with Armstead. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
They run it with Armstead.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Bridgewater. Complete. It's Henry. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to pick it up with Armstead. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds. And they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On first down, Sapp. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. Alert flare, alert flare, flare. Extreme. Shoot. Check 31, check 31.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
At the 21-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now a man open down the middle of the field, and he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. On first down, Love. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike's 56. Mike's 56. Check pass, check pass. 56.
Back to throw. Love. Looking left side. He's got it. Complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Watch the slant.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Complete to DJ Sharp. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch a slant. Watch a slant.
From the gun, Love. That'll be complete to Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Dalvin Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Again, it's Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Ready. He's coming. Check in. I'm on. Short. Let's go, hey. Go, Mike 34. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none.
Throwing on first down. Love. Sharks got it, left side. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 47-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Rap. Arm. 34. Scoot.
Second and 5. And his throw is incomplete.
I think it's pretty safe to say that when you're up 3 touchdowns, the last thing you want to do is hang one up there and put it in jeopardy and possibly get it intercepted. Got a nice lead. You should be able to protect it. But if you get careless with the football, look out.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 yards and a Seattle first down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 43.
Check three.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sapp. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
They'll run on first down. Sapp. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Mike's 56.
And this is incomplete. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Love. This is caught. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Silver. 5-2, Mike.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Hopkins with the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
We got this.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Let's go. Do it.
First down, Cincinnati.
Check 4. Off.
First down, Bridgewater. It's complete. Stills. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Bengals.
Check 56. Danny. Joker. Big Ed.
This is Armstead on the carry. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Shit. 36. Shit. 64. Wait.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jadeveon Clowney able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. To throw is Bridgewater. Looking deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Here we go. At their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker, has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. On 2nd down, Sam. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Off play action. Love. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan, and especially the execution.
To throw again on 2nd down, Bridgewater, and Stills bringing it in. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Check, 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 check.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Bridgewater's pass complete to Raquel Armstead. He's forced out of bounds behind.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
They'll hand to Armstead. A pretty decent gain on the tough run before he's brought down at the 25. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 25. Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
56, Mike, 56. It's coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here's Bridgewater. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. He's coming. We got to jump up.
They'll try and run for it. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Cincinnati.
Now it's a bootleg with Bridgewater. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations, because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Slam. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
I can't believe they let you play.
To try again after the sack. Bridgewater. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. I guess at this point, Charles, heck, why not take some shots?
I would agree with that totally, because a big play can't hurt at all. Heck, you might get a pass interference call out of it. Somehow the ball might get tipped up and you come down with it. Might not do too much for the result of the game, but it could add to your stats.
And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Give him 8 yards on the carry, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
It's a gain of 8, but it brings up fourth down.
Go. 56, Mike, 56. I'm trying to...
Bridgewater to throw for it on fourth. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Hunter Henry with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. The extra point up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. Well, they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Mike, 56, right there, 56. Yo.
And to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Looking to throw on second down. Love toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Here we go.
To throw on third down. Love. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected for the second week?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Bridgewater. His throw incomplete. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills. But now it's third down. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
I got this. 57's Mike. Mike 57. No chance. 57's the Mike. 57's the Mike. Not here.
Third and long for Bridgewater. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
57.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike, 57. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 57's the mark. 57. Hey, watch the ball. Watch the ball. 57's Mike. Mike.
Now Bridgewater on fourth down. And caught by Henry. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position.
On the ready. 52. Rip left. Rip left.
On first down, Sapp. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
They'll keep it on the ground. Sapp, and a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Watch the run, watch the run. 56.
From the gun, Love. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Third down, it's Armstead. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. A big